disclaimer. The controller that you see me use in this game was originally designed by Hori for a Project Diva F. It does not officially work on a PlayStation 4. I'm using Acronis Max Plus V3 in order to get this to work on the PlayStation 4. I feel that this does add a little bit of delay to the controls, maybe 1 or 2 frames. It doesn't feel quite as responsive as using the controller on the PlayStation 3. If you have an existing Mini F or F2 controller, note that you cannot press left and right at the same time, so you won't be able to remap those controllers to the arcade layout as you won't be able to press triangle and square at the same time. This will not be an issue with the official PlayStation 4 mini controller, as that has an assign button at the top left that will remap the buttons, allowing you to use the arcade layout. Now that the game has released, I've seen quite a few people commenting on how painful the triple notes are. I thought I would share my thoughts. I've heard people say that maybe they should train to read these notes on Saihate Extreme. If that's what suits you, then sure. However, my advice is not to jump straight into the deep end. And not even to jump straight into your favorite song on Extreme or Extra Extreme, that just so happens to be an 8.5 or higher difficulty, and get disheartened at how quickly you get wrecked. Instead, perhaps do what I did and sort by difficulty, and play through all 224 songs on hard, from 4 star up to 8, which in turn means moving into Extreme on 6 star. This way the concepts like triple notes are introduced to you slower. I would like to stress again the placement of the buttons on the screen and how an arcade player quickly recognizes which buttons to press. Here we have triple notes. These ones are presented in a triangle. See how they are on the left hand side of the screen? For an arcade player, this means to press the left 3 buttons. You don't even need to look at the icons. And remember that when they decide to show you a vertical layout, triangle is at the top and circle is at the bottom. Any gaps in the 4 notes are represented as such on screen. Let me show you this in action by jumping into a segment in nya. Head into practice mode and set the time to 1 minute 45, as this portion features lots of double and triple notes. As you watch my hands, you will notice that I am essentially dancing left and right as the notes are presented top and bottom. New to the game? Found that a little bit too fast? Let's watch that again in slow motion. So you're probably saying, that is all fine and dandy, but I don't have that controller you are using. How can I apply this knowledge when I am using a DS4 controller and cannot map the buttons in a straight line? Here's my initial idea. For those triangular triples, perhaps map triangle, square and X to one of the left triggers, and square, X and circle to one of the right triggers. This way, when you see a triangle triple note appear on the left side of the screen, you'll know to hit the left trigger, and same for the right hand side. With triangle, X and circle combo, since 2 buttons are weighted to the right, maybe map that to the other right trigger, and triangle, square and circle to the other left trigger. This way, whenever you see the vertical representation appear, having mapped the controller in a weighted manner like this means that you should start to see the patterns and quickly associate patterns with triggers rather than trying to read which 3 buttons they are. You don't have to agree with me. There is no definitive answer. At the end of the day, it is what you feel is most intuitive to you. But knowing the arcade layout when mapping buttons should help. Or, what about this for an idea? Set up your buttons like this. And then